Elegy written in a country churchyard, stanza number 13. But knowledge, to their eyes, her ample page, to their eyes, her ample page, A-M-P-L-E, ample page. Ample means large, page means volume. Okay, we will talk about that. Rich with the spoils, Just to try to get the meanings first. Rich with the spoils of time, spoils of time. Here you may take the reference of some war and all. Spoils of time did never unroll. We'll explain. Chill penury. Penury means poverty only. Repressed their noble rage and froze the genial current of the soul. Froze the genial current of the soul. That is it. There you get the reference. Like knowledge is personified actually as a goal, as a goddess or something. Because you see eyes and all. Personification, I told you, you take something inanimate as having life. How can knowledge have eyes? Only a living being can have eyes. It's an organ. Eye is an organ. So here knowledge is attached with eyes as having eyes and all. Ample means large. Page, here you can take the volume of books and all. Actually rich with the spoils of time. Did not unroll. You can take here the reference to be people are there. You have knowledge, vast knowledge, volumes of book all around the world. You have vast number of books. Unroll means the way in the past some written materials are rolled around and kept intact. Sometimes written on parchment. Some materials, not like the papers of the time, or unlike the books, which we can turn page after page. In the past, we used it to in royal settings and all, at least in some visual representations, you come across such things where there are certain messages and all are passed in rolled format. The same way, books of materials of vast knowledge also were kept in rolls. But actually, for these people, their penury, their poverty didn't get them any access. That penury repressed that noble rage. Even if they wanted to read, they couldn't read. We know how actually reading, writing, all this, even as a right, it got opened for the layman, the poor sect of the society, especially in England or in Western context. Now we know how from India and or in Kerala context or in Indian context, even later, feudal system and all, how it restricted the poor class people from all its coming to the forefront of the society. So the same happened in any Western setting as well. Technology, growth, everything was for the benefit of the rich class people, but not at all for the people who were living in penury. With always they were under the threat of penury, poverty. So even if they had the love to gain knowledge, the passion for getting knowledge, for acquiring knowledge, they couldn't access that. They were repressed like anything, and froze the genial current of the soul. Soul here stands for the person, the man. Genial current. So it's cheerful. Actually, genial stands for cheerful. The person also, even any person, anyone is born with a basic talent and all. But the coming out of that depends on the situation in which they are living. So these poor villagers, even though they were having the passion to get knowledge, they couldn't. Their genial current, their enthusiasm for learning, nothing could come out because of their poverty. Okay, so think about that chimney sweeper, the boy. At a very young age, he's going to work. Unlike the kids of the rich people who are getting well educated, who are getting proper education, later they become very real professionals. Is it the situation with this poor sector people, the people of the poor sector, people belonging to the poor sector? No. So this is a high social statement. You can read Gray with an eye of social concern as well. Not just of his time, but of this time as well. We know how even now we have this kind of a distinction. The haves and have-nots are still filling all the countries, all the whole globe, irrespective of your country being developed or developing or underdeveloped. So this is a heavy, high social statement as well. A concern raised. Now, stanza number 14. Full many a gem of purest ray serene. Serene means clear. Ray serene. The dark unfathomed caves. Very beautiful line. The dark unfathomed caves of ocean. See, think about the ocean. Unfathomed. It's very deep. And how many resources are hidden inside it? How many resources? No one can claim that I have found all that or I own all that because it's that much. Unfathomed caves of ocean. Full many gems, precious stones, and many things. Full many flowers born to blush unseen. So how many gems are hidden? As many gems are hidden in the dark, unfathomed caves of ocean. The same way you have many flowers blossoming. Blush means blossoming. Blush unseen, unnoticed, and waste its sweetness on the desert air. Think about a rose flower in your garden. A rose flower in your garden. You are taking care of the plant. One fine morning, you see that it has blossomed. Wow. You go and smell it. You call your mother or sister to see the beauty or to smell it again. You enjoy that. You praise the sweetness and that fragrance. But think about those flowers. Flowers more beautiful than those. Those are there in your garden. With more fragrance, rich fragrance, sweetness. But they are in the desert. They are in the desert, so you never see them. You never appreciate them. So what does the poet mean here? He means nothing. Yeah, these poor villagers are also like the gems in the dark, unfathomed caves of the ocean. They are not found. They are not taken out. So they lay buried. They lie buried. The same with the case of a flower, as with the case of a flower, which blossoms in the desert air, in which it wastes its sweetness because nobody is there to appreciate it. Hope it is clear. There is no much explanation needed. So the concern Again, that's how it is an elegy for the poor. Has become an elegy, a proper elegy, true, genuine elegy for the poor. Because they are almost like the gems hidden in the dark fathom caved or caves of ocean, or the flowers blossoming in the desert, the unseen, unnoticed. It is wasting its sweetness. Beautiful. Then, so page number 14. So it's 14, 15. Now it's out. Sorry, not page number. It's stanza number 15. Some village Hampton. Some village Hampton. That with a dauntless breast, that the little tyrant of his fields withstood. It's a historical reference, we will talk. Some mute, inglorious Milton. Here may rest some Cromwell, guiltless of his country's blood. Okay, now he is going to talk about the benefits, actually, the positive part of these villagers being kept away from all this. Like he is going to refer to some historical figures or prominent writers' references here. This Hampden and Cromwell. Obviously, you may be aware of them. Hampden is new for you, maybe. Actually, it's a reference for John Hampden. John, John, Hampden, Hampden, who is a patriotical figure. A patriot, it's a Buckinghamshire patriot and cousin to Oliver Cromwell. Oliver Cromwell, you know, the Puritan leader. Uh, from history paper. The reference is there in the history paper, so don't have to explain much. But we know him to be an adventurous ruler. Same with Hampden, who is with a dauntless breast, means a heart which is fearless, so he could stay against the little tyrant. No, sorry, little tyrant actually. A reference to the villager. Some villagers are there who are comparatively richer compared to the other poor sectors. So they may be treating the other villagers, the poor class sector, in a very rude manner. And this Hampden, being a patriot, could raise his voice against all such people. So that's courage in Hampden. He was never ready to give up justice for any reason. So that's what you mean there. But here this little tyrant at the same time refers back to a great tyrant of his time, that is Charles I, King Charles I, who was even more bad, even worse towards his people. So it's a great tyrant is already there. And among the villagers there might have been a little tyrant. So, or some mute inglorious Milton. Among the villagers, some mute inglorious Milton means the people with the same or more skilled than Milton, the great English poet, one of the great famous poets of English literature. Here may rest. That person may be also the resting here because he was not known. He couldn't get education. He couldn't write because of his situations. And some Cromwell, guiltless of his country's blood. Some other warriors, people who could fight well in war, but because of their being poor, no one trained them and they couldn't go to war and become famous. Or they couldn't rule any nation, countryside because of their being poor. But and now he talks about the positive part of it. But they couldn't go do anything of this kind. They couldn't be part of ruling. They couldn't be part of any fight or war field. They couldn't even write poems. But as a whole, now he feels that at least staying away from fighting and such other problems, you stay guiltless of his country's blood. You could at least stay away from shedding the blood. Shedding blood means, yeah, you didn't go for fight and all. They just went for work. These simple villagers went for work to earn bread. They were the breadwinners of the family. So this is something positive. At the same time, he speaks about their denied provisions to get education, to be highly professional, to earn a lot, to be famous as a war hero. At the same time, you can see something positive about it. That's you are guiltless of the country's blood, of his country's blood. That's really good. So, everywhere you can see something positive also. You can see, note down something positive at the same time when you talk about something really negative. Stanza number 60. Stanza number 60. The applause, the applause, the applause, okay, applause of listening senates to command. Senate's actually parliament. Here it stands for parliament. To command. To command means to win. Here it is to win. The meaning goes like winning, win. No, I'm not going to make it in green. These are worldly things. We do not want to make it to command. Greenery should be there for something very positive. Okay. Then, the threats of pain and ruin to despise. Actually, despising means scorning itself. To scatter plenty over a smiling land. To scatter plenty over a smiling land. Means what? Wait, just wait. The applause of listening senates to command, the threats of pain and ruin to despise, to scatter plenty over a smiling land, to scatter plenty, plenty actually, it's about the prosperity of a country or a land, you're conquering lands. So those ideas you can take in connection with this. Smiling land. And read their history in a nation's eyes. Means, yeah, you can see many people throughout history, many people they're fighting for the lands, their contribution to the country. All those are there as historical records. In a nation's eyes, you have contributors. You have different contributors. Even Cromwell, you can see his contribution. Or at least as a ruler, he could do well compared to the contemporaries, or at least when you compare him with his son. But as a whole, there are with them there may be applause, appraisals, praising. Parliament may be they have win victories. But at the same time, pain, ruin, everything is attached with the war. So it's about the people who are leading kind of life of an adventurous kind, not of a very simple kind. But here, we will see with the 17th stanza how it reads like. We will see how 17th stanza can be connected with that. Their Lord forbade. Their lot forbade. Their lot means the lot of the poor villagers maybe. Let us see. Forbade means forbidding means preventing. Nor circumscribed alone. Their growing virtues. But their crimes confined. Yeah, here we will make it in green because their growing virtues. Their growing virtues, or not only their growing virtues, no, it should not be in green. It should let it be in red. Like, see, these people, the simple villagers, their fate. Lot means fate. Forbade, prevented them. Not just from accessing some virtues, growing virtues, wealth, and all, but their crimes confined. Think about all these warfield heroes. What did they do? They actually, even if their fight, everything is for their own country, land, and all, but they are becoming reasons for the bloodshed. They are fighting. They are killing people. They are getting wounded. So again, Gray is mentioning something very positive about this kind of a simple life. Okay, they lost a lot in terms of many luxuries in life, or many ideas, many aspects preferred in life. All prefer a kind of beautiful life and all, luxurious life maybe. But here at the same time, they lack everything, all of that kind. They lack such lifestyle. They lack appreciation, wealth, luxury, everything they lack. Okay, that is a negative part of it. But at the same time, that is why he mentioned about all these warfield heroes, rulers, who are in one way or other part and parcel of different bloodsheds throughout history. But their crimes confined. But these people, because their lot, their fate prevented them from accessing all these or direct access to the realities of or the moving world. They are confined at their home in their simple pleasures. But at the same time, with that, their crimes are also confined, that also are limited, forbade to wade through slaughter to a throne. Think about that. Wading. You are seizing the thrones by slaughtering people. How do these war heroes win lands and our people? How do they get accent to throne? Throne means, you know, royal power. Or how do they access power? By shedding blood, slaughtering, murdering people all around them. So, and shut the gates of mercy on mankind. What does happen in between all this? They are shutting the gates of mercy. Gates of mercy on mankind. What is mercy on mankind? How does a person can kill a fellow being? It's merciless act for whatever reason it may be. For winning over the land, if you justify it in terms of patriotism, or your own adventurous spirit, whatever it may be, you cannot justify when you shut the gates of mercy on mankind. So these simple villagers with their humble lives are away from such crimes. They are merciful. They live a simple life. They give and take. They stay happy in what they have. How beautiful it is. And next stanza we will take in the next session.